Welcome to Tiger Tracks, your home for the best of LSU athletics. And now your hosts, Jordy Holtberg and Bill Frankes.
Did you miss us? Because we certainly missed you. Back for year number 6 of Tiger Tracks alongside my good friend Bill Frankes. I'm Jordy Holtberg. Great to see you again, and away we go.
Absolutely, Jordy. Last year was a tremendous year for LSU athletics. Men's golf won a national championship. Baseball won the SEC, went to the College World Series. Softball went to the World Series. Men's and women's basketball in the tournament. So many great things happened last year.
But that's history.
Exactly.
That's history.
This year, 2015-16 promises to be even better. It's already started with soccer and volleyball and, of course, football. Saturday night in Tiger Stadium against McNeese State.
6:30 kickoff on the SEC alternate. What does alternate network mean?
That's the channel right next to the SEC.
Right next to the SEC.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I got you.
Hit your remote one more time.
Scares me when they say alternate. I don't know if I have that, but I do have that.
Yeah.
So, all right, coming up on the big program today, we'll have a preview of LSU versus McNeese State as the Tigers get ready to kick off their season before they head to SEC Wars at Mississippi State and Auburn. It's a quick turnaround in this football season.
Absolutely. The Tigers, of course, with a lot of youth, but some experience blended in as well. So hopefully, after this weekend, the Tigers will play well, get some things settled, and get ready to head to Starkville next week.
I'm going to predict that Brandon Harris is the starting quarterback.
That's very astute of
Very astute of me. Rick Perry, the president of the Tiger Athletic Foundation, will join us to give us a preview of all the things that are going on there and so much more. We're so glad you've joined us again. Year 6 of Tiger Tracks gets underway next. Welcome back to Tiger Tracks on CST. Bill Frankes, Jordy Holtberg. LSU opens up another college football season at home in Tiger State. Boy, the place looks great. The grass is terrific. And McNeese State from the FCS comes to town. Used to be a perennial power. They dipped a little bit, but you never know what to expect.
Got a pretty good ball club. They're ranked in the top 25 in the FCS. Have a talented quarterback who transferred from Kansas State. So it'll be a good test for the Tigers, to, as I said earlier, to work out some kinks and get ready for SEC play.
Garrett Walvert, a preview. LSU, McNeese State.
The LSU Tigers enter the 2015 season ranked in the top 15 for the 5th year in a row and open up Saturday night in Death Valley against McNeese State. The 122nd season of LSU Fightin' Tiger football features big names on offense and defense, and the Tiger faithful are hopeful another championship is on the horizon. Head coach Les Miles, now in his 11th season in Baton Rouge, previewed the McNeese State game to open up the week.
We recognize that this is an in-state school, that they know us and we know them, and that in fact it's a reason for this state to fill this Tiger Stadium and enjoy football Louisiana style, McNeese and LSU. So our guys are looking forward to playing in Tiger Stadium. I'm sure their guys are as well. We feel like both quarterbacks can play. Both quarterbacks have improved. They continue to compete. I wouldn't hesitate, if need be, to play either one one extended or, to sub in any event.
The LSU offense averaged 4 touchdowns per game last fall and looked to improve on those numbers, with Leonard Fournette leading a talented group of tailbacks and Brandon Harris and Anthony Jennings returning at quarterback. New Orleans native Leonard Fournette averaged 5.5 yards per carry last fall while rushing for over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. Number 7 led the Southeastern Conference in all-purpose yardage, returning kickoffs for long gains, including this jaw-dropping 100-yard return against Notre Dame in the Music City Bowl. The Tigers returned 4 of their top 5 receivers in 2015, including deep threat Traven Doral, who racked up over 750 yards and 7 touchdowns last year. Sophomore wideout Malachi Dupree returns after finishing second on the team in receiving yards and touchdown catches last fall and looks to find the end zone, something the quarterbacks also hope to do a lot more of in 2015. Jennings or Harris? LSU will have 2 quality quarterbacks that see the field on Saturday nights for the Tigers, but who will start? Jennings, now a junior, is 9-4, while Harris completes 55% of his passes but has only appeared in 8 games. Jennings has led 4 fourth-quarter comebacks in his time at LSU and ran for almost 300 yards as a sophomore. Harris threw 6 touchdown passes in his rookie season, including a pair late against Orange Bowl-bound Mississippi State, nearly rallying LSU to victory. The Tiger offense is behind both quarterbacks, no matter the starter.
I expect both of those guys, to get some snaps, get a chance to show the coaches what they can do in the live game. Both of those guys have grown a lot since last year. They both matured a lot. They're making the right decisions with the ball in practice, and I feel more confident in those guys than I did last year.
And senior year is special. It's your last go-around. It's your really last of a lot of things. It's my last first game of the year, and just everything is really, coming full circle for me, and but I'm enjoying every moment of it.
McNeese State is rich in tradition, with numerous bowl trips and 13 conference titles. But this is just their second ever game against LSU, falling to the Tigers 32-10 5 years ago. Coach Matt Viator is now in his 10th season with the Cowboys.
It's certainly going to be a huge challenge. They have great players. I've really, watching their players, they've obviously done a great job of recruiting. The other thing I think LSU that's unwritten, and I read stuff every day here that's I've never really seen written, is the job that LSU does developing players. I think it's as good as anybody in the nation, and they're listed as good as anybody in the nation with Tommy Moffitt, with their strength coach. But I've always admired Coach Miles and what they do. The thing I admire about him is he does what he does, and that's what they're going to do, and they do it very, very well, week after week after week.
Senior quarterback Daniel Sam spent 3 seasons at Kansas State before transferring last year, leading the Cowboys to a winning record. The 6'2", 200-pound is a dual threat who actually rushed for more yardage than he threw for. McNeese graduated their top 2 wideouts from last year and might run more with Ryan Ross, a 5'9", 205-pound back from Texas. Ross led the team with 599 yards despite starting just 3 games.
McNeese has a lot of great players. You saw what they did with Nebraska last year, almost won the football game in Lincoln. So we can't take these guys lightly at all. It's a great football team. We just have to go out there and make sure that we do our job. If we do that, I think we'll be okay.
We're not sleeping on them. They're a phenomenal team. They got a lot of great players, a lot of transfer players over there. So they got some stars over there that can make some things happen. And we know that they're going to give us their best. And that first series is going to be a big series for the game. And we expect to come out and make big plays and shut them out pretty fast.
LSU opens up the 2015 football season on Saturday night in Death Valley, as it should be. Kickoff set for 6:30 on the SEC Network. Reporting for Tiger Tracks, I'm Garrett Walford.
Thank you, Garrett. What's that big group coming to perform at halftime? One
Republic?
Republic?
Republic for the Florida game.
You got to tell me who they are too, okay?
Yeah, I'll do some research.
Do some research on that. Maybe we can play some of their music leading
go.
up to it, all right? We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, Tiger Athletic Foundation President and our good friend Rick Perry, all the latest goings on, and there's a lot going on, as always, on the campus. We'll be right back with Tiger Tracks here on Cox Sports Television.
Tiger Tracks on CST is being brought to you by Capital One Bank, the official bank of all things Louisiana, and by Louisiana Propane Dealers. Get up to $1,200 in rebates on propane accessories. Find out how at louisianapropane.com.
Welcome back to Tiger Tracks on CST alongside Bill Franquez. I am Jordy Heltberg, and our first guest of our 6th season, keeping in the tradition of things. We always hear the message of what's going on in the Tiger Athletic Foundation. The president, my good friend, our good friend, Mr. Rick Perry, joins us. Thanks for being a guest with us today. How are you?
I'm great. Good morning.
Good
to be
summer
with you
for
guys.
you?
It's been a great summer.
Rolling along, things happening, all kinds of. I want to know about tennis. I want to know about gymnastics. I want to know about football ops. I want to know about nutrition. What? God, you ever sleep?
we got a whole lot going on. It seems like you move from one, and when you get finished, then the next one pops up. But that's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's why the organization exists, to provide the resources for our student athletes.
Tennis,
That's what it's all about. Tennis, they've moved in, starting to practice and all. The facility, especially until you get inside it and see the size, when we start going up, you know it's a big facility. But then when you first walk into that indoor facility, which is what a lot of this was about, the fact that they had nowhere, to go indoor and play. It's just huge. It really is. It's overwhelming. And then you've got, some championship courts outside, and then another set of 6 practice courts outside. So it gives them, the opportunity. They can go indoors when the weather's not there, or if they want to practice their indoor game, they can be outside when the weather's great. If they're having competition, the other team can also be practicing at the same time in either location.
Men and women can practice
at the same time. So
that's great.
It really has, it gives them a lot of opportunities and all that they didn't have for years and years. And I know they're excited. The coaches have told us how excited they are, and the reaction of the student athletes having these facilities.
Awesome.
Meanwhile, Rick, on the other side of campus, the gymnastics practice facility is nearly complete. Tell us about its status.
Well, before I hear that Dee Dee Bro has pitched a tent and she's living there. Is that?
I tell you, Dee Dee would make a great construction manager.
Yes.
Because we all know Dee Dee, and we all know that she may be one of the most focused people you'll ever meet in your life, and that's part of what makes her the success she is.
Love it.
And I don't know if there's anybody that gets more excited and more dynamic than Dee Dee either. And so she has really been on top of this, making sure that every detail is exactly how she would like it to be. And that's, like I said, same thing with her program. Awesome. Every detail is taken care of.
Right.
But it's coming along. We should have it finished later in the fall so that they can move in and get ready for their season. It's an interesting project because there's some things that you don't normally do when you build a facility like this. Like, they built a number of pits in there so that they can practice different apparatus, and things of this nature. And so they're going to have a facility really that it's the one standalone practice facility for women's gymnastics in the entire country.
Wow.
And so they can't wait to get in, of course, but you got to finish it. But like anything, when you've got something like that, you've waited so long, and it's been a dream for so long, but it will be the best facility anywhere in the country. She is excited. I know she's talked about the recruits and all that they have and that have seen it and all are just really fired up.
Is it fun for you? Because normally when you think of changing, you're thinking of Tiger Stadium and improving the windows, adding more seats, but now you're doing actual competitive facilities, tennis, gymnastics, and now you're going to get into the nutrition aspect of things. So ovens and stoves and stuff like that. It's kind of be fun.
Well, we're doing a little work at my house right now.
Okay.
So I'm using some of what I've learned to try and work with contractors and all. But it is because, and the most exciting part is the realization of what you're doing for the student athletes and the opportunities you're presenting them. Because that's why the generous people who support Tiger Athletic Foundation, that's why they do it. Because they love the program and they love the fact that they are helping these young people get to compete. And it's, Cox Communication Center, when we did that, people were so excited because they were, it was a way to help them compete in the classroom. Then you have, practice facilities so they can get better and compete better in the arena of competition and all. So it's that process that the donors enjoy so much, and that's what's exciting. And to see so many people who love this program so much and want to participate really is heartwarming.
Bill, you and I have been around a long time, and to see what the campus was like when we were there, and to see it now, I would venture to say Tiger Athletic Foundation has been a pretty successful venture.
A lot of people don't realize that over the last quarter century, we have done approximately $400 million in facility, either building facilities or upgrading facilities for athletics. And it's one of the things that we're really proud of, and we know our donors need to be proud of, is that they've been able to have that type of influence on what happens at LSU. And one of the other things we're real proud of is the way we handle our finances, and the stewardship and how we feel about the fact that this is other people's hard-earned money, and we want to make the best use of it. And in fact, a big part of the summer we spent was actually working on our financing and doing a lot of refinancing on our debt and all, so that going forward, we're in a great position financially to actually do even more as time goes on.
Rick, thank you very much. We'll have to have you on again because we didn't talk about nutrition. We didn't talk about football options. We'll get you back on.
And we'll get some more. I'm sure there'll be some more projects coming along as we go along. But thank you guys so much for what y'all do. Appreciate it.
Rick Perry. We'll take a quick time out. We'll come back with much, much more here on Tiger Track. Stay with us. We're back here on Tiger Tracks on CST. Bill Franquez, Jordy Helper. Some seasons have already begun, including soccer and Brian Lee's club. Off to a good start, 3-0-1.
They really are, Jordy. They started the year by going all the way up to Eugene, Oregon, and beat the Ducks in their season opener. They also have a victory this year over Minnesota. They're 3-0-1 right now. A couple of home games this weekend. Garrett Walbert was out at soccer practice. He was able to talk to Coach Lee and the players, and he files this report.
2015 marks the 20th anniversary of the LSU soccer team, and the wins keep right on coming. Since 1995, the Tigers have won almost 200 games, with 105 of those belonging to the winningest coach in school history, Brian Lee. LSU has made 4 NCAA postseason appearances under Lee, who enters his 11th campaign in Baton Rouge, surrounded by talent.
I have very high expectations. I think this is a really strong group. I think this year we're a lot more focused. We did a lot in the off season on accountability and kind of just setting the tone when we're out at practice every day and in the games. I've seen people in the senior class that are pretty quiet that have been getting after people in practice, and that just makes me so excited to see, because 1 o'clock on a Sunday, SEC, that's what a lot of the games come down to, and I think that'll pay huge dividends for us having a good season.
We have the talent and the mentality we've developed to come top in the SEC for sure. We have very good non-conference play, very interesting, good opponents, but I think that will help us a lot to get a good NCAA seed.
All SEC forward Summer Clark has scored 18 goals over the last 2+ seasons and led the Tigers in assists last fall with 4. The British Columbia native is in the hunt to retire as LSU's all-time goal scorer, nearly halfway to Artie Brown's school record of 40. The Tigers boast another standout forward in Jorian Baucom, who led the team in scoring as a freshman in 2014. Baucom has returned from training camp with the U.S. Under-20 national team, and when coupled with Clark, gives the Tigers a formidable scoring combo.
Jorian and Summer are 2 of the top forwards in the country. You know, if we could have had any choice of any forward in North America for Summer's recruiting class, we wanted Summer. And then the next year, if we could add any forward in that class in North America, we wanted Jorian.
Probably some of the best forwards in the country that we have. I mean, we played Florida State last spring in a spring game, and there was really, no comparison. Like, we could definitely hang with, and they won the national championship, so we could hang with them. And I think this year it's just going to be awesome. The dynamic duo, they're going to be great.
In goal, senior keeper Catalina Rubiano has made some amazing stops during her career and earned the starter's nod from Coach Lee to begin the season. A New Orleans native, Rubiano's ability to redirect kicks will keep her team in the hunt for victory in every match. The Tigers have remained undefeated after notching wins against Minnesota and Western Kentucky. LSU will host another Big Ten school as Indiana comes to Baton Rouge Sunday, September 6th, in what will be the first of 9 games featured on the SEC network. Whether online, on TV, or in person, you've got to catch the LSU soccer team in 2015. Reporting for Tiger Tracks, I'm Garrett Walbert.
The state of Indiana comes to town, Ball State on Friday, and the Indiana Hoosiers on Saturday. Always a Friday night, Sunday afternoon, always a fun, family-friendly environment.
Really is a great atmosphere for the game of soccer at LSU. 7:30 on Friday night, Ball State will be in. And then
David Letterman School.
That's right. Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock, the Hoosiers of Indiana will play. So look forward to Coach Lee and his team continuing its progression.
Keeping up the good work. F. King Alexander, the president, with a message when we return.
Tiger Tracks on CST is being brought to you by Capital One Bank, the official bank of all things Louisiana. And by Louisiana Propane Dealers. Get up to $1,200 in rebates on propane accessories. Find out how at louisianapropane.com.
Well, another session of LSU classes has begun and underway, and it's always nice when the president of the university, F. King Alexander, has a message to all the students, incoming and veterans.
Absolutely. Last week, the semester got underway. The week before that, Jordy, the LSU community came together to help all the freshmen move into campus. It's something that Dr. Alexander started 3 years ago when he became the president of LSU, a tradition now for move-in day, and it's a great way to start the semester. He had a chance to talk to the students, all the faculty and staff, and highlight some of the university achievements. Let's hear from Dr. Alexander.
It's going to be a great year for LSU, and we're so glad you're a part of it. It's day 1 of the fall semester, and we already have so much good news to share with you. We are welcoming one of our largest, most academically qualified freshman classes ever to our campus. These young minds will contribute to the already significant diversity, engagement, and excellence of the LSU student body. In the last year alone, LSU students received some of our nation's most competitive academic accolades, including Gates, Truman, Olmsted, and Goldwater scholarships. But they also provide around 70,000 hours of service to the communities surrounding our campus, proving that their impact extends far beyond the classroom. Our faculty are second to none. Their research and scholarly work transcends this campus and reaches into the daily lives of Louisiana citizens, improving everything from the medicine we take and the energy efficiency of our homes to the education of our K-12 children. In short, the work that we do here at LSU provides solutions for the challenges we face at home, in our state, and around the globe. And LSU faculty aren't just responsible for impacting the world through their own work, but also through guiding and challenging our students to take on the responsibilities necessary to make the world a much better place. People have noticed our results. We just celebrated our record-breaking philanthropic year, including the largest unrestricted endowed gift in the university's history. The education LSU students receive doesn't just lead to awards, but it leads to exceptional things. Our alumni have landed rovers on Mars, composed Academy Award-winning scores, written New York Times bestsellers, built successful businesses in every industry imaginable, and gone on to be influential leaders, just to name a few of their great successes. And it all started here, among the oaks and arches of LSU. Thank you for being a part of our great university. We can't wait to see what this year brings.
I don't know about you, but I sure would have loved having somebody help me move into my dorm. It was like, I'm on campus. It's like, what do I do now? Where do I go? It was crazy, but good gesture.
It is, really. It's great to see, especially when you see the faces of the parents. When a football player, a basketball player, a baseball player offers to help their student, their child who's entering college for the first time. It's a great experience, and it's a great way for those kids to start at LSU.
I had the clothes on my back. Thank goodness my roommate had a television, a stereo, and all that. He was a great roommate. He was big, though, 7 foot, about 285.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, different world.
Yeah.
Different world. All right, Tigers and McNeese State on Saturday night, 6:30. Don't forget about the contraflow. No longer Nicholson Drive, it's Burbank, which I think is brilliant.
Yeah, LSU has posted all the traffic updates, all the game day updates you need as far as parking traffic, what you can bring into the stadium, what you can't bring into the stadium. Check lsusports.net, and that'll give you all the information to really help you enhance your game day experience on Saturday.
4 lanes getting out, Burbank. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Makes sense. All right, so we wish Les Miles and his staff. I can't wait to see the quarterback play. I can't wait to see Kevin Steele and his defense. And as the season gets underway, always fun time. So enjoy the ball game. Have a great Labor Day holiday. And we'll be back next week, same time, same station.
Absolutely. Look forward to it. We'll see you Saturday night in Tigers Stadium. LSU versus McNeese. Tiger Stadium is back and alive.
For Bill Franquez, I'm Jordy Helper. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Tiger Tracks.